Feelings about settings change. Backstory develops character. Dear readers, how are you? Where are you on the compass? No need to answer in the comment box. Just take a moment to check in with yourself. Ignite your dendrites. Where are you right now? I am in my house in the middle of the Twin Cities. Setting is where the characters are. Squeaky is in a city. Today I want to teach you settings can change when a character remembers part of their backstory. The backstory is what happened back in time. Chunk into pieces we can work with. Setting plus feelings in the beginning and setting plus feelings after we hear more of her backstory. Look back at Raymond's run. Again, this is a link to the full text if you want to just read it to yourself. Where is the story taking place? I'll give you think time for this cost as level 1 question. Yes, the setting is the city. Good work. You are amazing students. Remember, how does the main character feel during the first sentence? Irritated by having to take care of her brother and deal with people who bully him in the mean city streets. When they see people on the street, how does Squeaky feel? Because she thinks about hiding in a shop, we can infer that Squeaky feels like hiding, like she's scared or trepidations. Great work, inferring for this level 2 thinking work. She decides to face them ultimately and defends Raymond, so she is an upstander. 2. Let's reread the backstory and ending of Raymond's Run by Tony Cade Bambara. Squeaky is thinking. It occurs to me that Raymond would make a very fine runner. Doesn't he always keep up with me on my trots? And I'm smiling to beat the band because if I've lost a race, or if me and Gretchen tied, or even if I've won, I can always retire as a runner and get a whole new career as a coach with Raymond as my champion. After all, with a little more study, I can beat Cynthia and her phony self at the spelling bee. I have a big rep as baddest thing around. This next line is a backstory, the story back in the day. And I've got a room full of ribbons and medals and awards. But what has Raymond got to call his own? So she is remembering that Raymond has never won any awards. So I stand there with my new plans to help Raymond, laughing out loud by this time as Raymond jumps down from the fence and runs over. And I'm jumping up and down, so glad to see him, my brother Raymond, a great runner in the family tradition. But of course, everyone thinks I'm jumping up and down because the men on the loudspeaker have finally gotten themselves together and compared notes and are announcing in first place, Ms. Hazel Elizabeth Deborah Parker. Dig that. End of excerpt. Squeaky feels differently about the city by the end of the story. For this level 3 question, I will give you hints. I will do one, we will do one, and you will do the last one. Who has changed? My turn. Raymond has run just as fast as Squeaky, and she realizes he deserves awards too. Let's do this next one together, shall we? What do we learn from their backstory? That so far Raymond has won, you choose, no awards or lots of awards. And I color-coded it. The answers here are in peach. No awards. Your turn. Squeaky realizes that she could coach Raymond so that he gets, think about what you want to put in there in your own mind. You know, Raymond so that he gets. Chew review. Copy and paste the sentence starters highlighted in yellow into the comment box below and fill in the blanks. Rubric. 8 points, 3 sentence stems in yellow appeared in the comment box and are answered well. 6 points, 3 sentence stems appear and are answered. 4 points, 1 of the sentence stems appears and is answered. 2 points, setting is a TV show, song, or movie is giving. 0, no attempt has been made. Optional to read. Common core goal. Analyze how particular elements of the story interact, how setting shapes the character's plot. Optional extension. Make up questions for Kahoot about Raymond's Run. Comment below and we'll develop our Kahoot. Sentence starters. By the end of the story, Squeaky feels, even though she is still in the city, after we hear the backstory that Raymond never won any awards, the mean city streets feel differently because Squeaky has decided that she is going to, in my choice book, the main character's backstory, or the main character remembers. If this thinking work doesn't work for your book, look for different things. Squeaky remembers running in the country, running with her dad, her grandpa calling the city a concrete jungle, the grass feeling. Thank you, students.